good afternoon, wishing enthusiasts and newbies. Welcome back to another rabbit hole. It is Cal coming at you with another review. Today, we're talking about 3D printed razors specifically. We've had molded parts, we've had stamped parts, we've had CNC razors. Now we're coming at you with 3D printed. Technology has changed a lot over the last number of years. I didn't realize this until I did a quick Google search. My notes written down. The first commercially available 3D printer was the SLA-1, released by 3D Systems in 1987. This printer utilized stereolithography, a technology developed by Charles Hall, which involved curing liquid photopolymer resin layer by layer using UV light. Cost back then for an SLA-1 about $300K, equivalent today of about $850,000. By comparison, I did a quick recent search. You can pick up a 3D printer for a few $100 now. They fit on your tabletop. So, which one are we going to be talking about? Because I remember a few years ago, GeoFatBoy showed a 3D razor, and I asked the guys on one of the shave groups what they recommended, and they told me to check out Superiorcuts on Etsy. This is out of Croatia. This is Bruno Smontera, and came like this, which is just very cool. And this is what I got. Comes with a card explaining. Now, what I ordered was the 80mm handle. Now, most of the world deals with metric. So if you go on to his Etsy page, you have a choice of handle lengths ranging from 75mm to 95mm. So this one being 80mm is about 3 1/6 inches. Came with the small, or got it with the small stand. Sorry, wrong side. You can see that there. Top plate. 3 bottom plates. Now, what I ended up getting were the closed comb. I got the 1.0, 1.2, and 1.4 millimeters. This razor, without the blade in it, has a weight of ½ an ounce or about 16 grams. So this is how it came. And the threads are long enough when I get it undone. So you can hold it all together. And then, of course, just put your plates like so. Now, this is a small stand. He offers a medium stand and a large stand. He offers the closed comb, open comb, and hybrid. Now, what the hybrid is open comb on one side, closed comb on the other. I believe he offers them in sets of 3. On the low side will be your 0.4, 0.6, and 0.8 millimeter, and all of the above. On the high side is 1.0, 1.2, and 1.4. I like a more aggressive. Now, I did talk to Bruno via Messenger. So now what he was telling me is that these razors are made using a technology called FDM. I will put that right here about what the heck that means if I can find it. Now, I told him I was going to be making this video and asked him what type of soap he'd like me to use, because I'm not sure what's available in Croatia. Again, I know almost nothing about that country. So what he suggested was Parasso. It is his go-to. So we have our Parasso green. he also suggested that I go with a PermaSharp blade. I don't know if I've ever used a PermaSharp double-edged blade. I know I've used the single edge in my shavettes, so I'm not sure if I've ever used this before. I'm going to start out using the 1.0 plate, and I'm just going to give it a quick swish in barbicide. Now, on the theme of 3D printing, I have 2 or 3 3D printed lather bowls. This is my Phillips Sharp lather bowl. You've seen me use it a lot lately. No longer available. He's no longer making these, unfortunately, but I love this thing. And from Peter Despotis out of Canada, this awesome Athena, I believe, 3D printed synthetic with the brush. I will link his Etsy page as well, so check that out. We have our Parcel Green lather made up. Several days worth of growth to go through. So, first pass with the grain, trying. My first time ever using a 3D printed razor. So, as I said, this is the 80 millimeter, which works out to approximately 3 and 5/32 of an inch. So it's about 3 1/6 inches. So far, really liking the feel of this. Now, I did ask Bruno about tolerances. We are so used now to CNC machined parts and the very precise tolerances. And he said that obviously with 3D printing, you cannot get the tolerances like that at this, at least not at this level. But he went through a number of versions, number of designs, and he said he goes by feel. If it feels right, if it feels smooth. And this, to my surprise, very, very smooth. Obviously being half an ounce weight. It is so friggin' light. It's probably lighter than an aluminum equivalent. But it just feels so nice to use, and I do like a heavier. If you watch my last video, I was using a brass razor, a copper razor. This thing, of course, is a fraction of the weight. And it just went through that like nothing. So, we're actually going to change the plate. We're going to put on the 1.2 plate. So, just use the towel there so I don't cut myself, slip it on the blade. Now I do find you have to be careful switching out the plates. The bottom plate on those threads. So this would be the 1.2. Again, said probably what, at least half an inch of thread at least. Threads on really nice. And you can see blade exposure. So we're going to re-lather and give that 1.2 a try. Now, if you do some research on 3D technology, like I said, it has come a long, long way. Now, the medical field is using it to design print prosthetics. It's quicker and it's cheaper. I've even seen a video where they're using it, obviously not with types of plastic, to build or to print houses that people actually live in. So that is very cool. Excuse me. So, across the grain, second pass. Lots of audio feedback. Again, almost no blade feel though. And if you're from Croatia or you've traveled to Croatia, please, in the comments below, tell me what types of shaving products you have access to. And I should also mention that I bought this razor, so the 3 plates, obviously the 80 millimeter top cap, the small stand for it, and it cost the equivalent of $41.27 Canadian with delivery and taxes. I'm Canadian. Oh, got me there. I'm Canadian, but I have a P.O. box in Maine, USA. So total delivered there was $56.76 Canadian. So, last pass. Again, that's a spot I nicked a few weeks ago when I was using a shavette. I think when I was using my Gucci shavette, I nicked that a couple weeks ago. Third and final pass against the grain. Yeah, definitely got blade feel going against the grain. But overall, but that being said and done, that's a friggin' strong DFS. Definitely not a baby butt smooth, but a damn fine shave. Weeper aside. So, we're going to rinse this out. We're going to come right back at you. So, we are back. Got her cleaned out. Yeah, it got me there. And a small one there and a small one over here, I think. But, yeah, wow. Overall, my first time ever using a 3D razor. And I kind of sped through it a bit. Maybe I should have stayed with the 1.0. But, yeah, this is very, very cool. I love this idea. Razor Rock Alum. It'll help seal this up a little bit and give me some feedback. Just the burn in the places you'd expect. Right on those little nicks. So, aftershave splash. If you have, and I don't have the balm for this. Someday I'll eventually get around to getting it. But I tend to be more into splashes than balms. Just such a classic scent. Not something I reach for very often, but beautiful to try to go back to some of the classics. And given the fact it's been quite hot, it's been in high 20s, low 30s Celsius for several days now. That just feels wonderful to use. So, overall, my first time using a 3D printed razor, I'm really impressed. Superior Cuts, a Bruno Smontera out of Croatia. Now, I've also ordered the less aggressive plates, the 0.4, 0.6, and 0.8 in the closed comb. And of course, the medium stand, so I can put all this on it. So that'll be here probably in about a week or so. But overall, very, very cool. If you haven't tried one of these, recommend it. Link down below. If you tried one of Superior Cuts razors, let me know what you think. If you tried them from another 3D printer, let me know what you think. Also, he's not making leather bowls, but he said he is starting to make blade boxes, blade banks. So look forward to seeing those come on to his Etsy website as well. So anyway, that's going to wrap this one up, guys. Hope I could show you something other than that. And thanks again for watching. We'll see you again real soon. You guys take care. Bye-bye.